Well, hello guys. Welcome back to the O&D Life. I guess I could be welcoming myself back as well. So it's been quite a while since I've done a video. I have just been busy with work and documentation after the day and a lot of traveling, so that kind of cut into my documentation time and then just, spending time with the family and doing things with the family. I think you guys kind of know my wife has some health problems, so, that puts other activities that I need to take care of as well. So, anyways, I've just been real busy. But today, let's see here, what is it? February 2nd, 2020. And it's 70 degrees out, and, getting that spring fever a little bit. So it's kind of nice in early February when it's weather like that. Gotta love Alabama. Granted, it could be snowing next weekend. So anyways, I actually got out on the tractor a little bit today, and then I thought, you know what? Let me pull together some of the footage that I've been kind of stockpiling since the past summer and fall. And let me put something together, say hello, Happy New Year to everybody, and hopefully I will be getting some videos together again here this year. I am looking at moving into a different position with the company that I'm at, so I shouldn't have as much documentation, which will give me more time to a little more bandwidth, if you will, to be able to pursue my other endeavors, naming the YouTube channel. So anyways, here you can see I've got around to doing some chipping of that big pile of brush that I'd been collecting over at the end of the property. Couldn't burn it fast enough. Wanted to chip it up. Pulled the trailer up and just chipped right into it so I could just keep it going. And then I was able to spread those chips around some trees. Let's see here. One of the things I wanted to tell you guys about, just speaking of that trailer, that dump trailer, when I got it, I don't think I ever shared this story with you guys. When I had gotten it, I had gotten a spare tire with it. And about a year went by, ended up having a hole in one of the tires, and got to the point where it just really wouldn't keep air in it. And so went to put the spare on, it had the wrong lug pattern on it. So they gave me the wrong spare. So I called them up, told them what happened, and they said, oh yeah, bring it in, we'll swap it out. Well, I take it over there, and the guy kind of was giving me a toot. It was over a year, actually, but still, it was dusty. It was pretty dusty, but it had stayed within my carport, so it wasn't getting rained on. It wasn't sitting out in the sun, because that's what he wanted to say. Well, it's dry rotted, which was ridiculous. But needless to say, he ended up giving me a new tire rim, and but I don't know, it just left a really bad taste in my mouth with Big Tex, and this was the one south of Birmingham. You can see it from I-65. I used to drive by it every day. I was having to go to Montgomery a bunch back then, and that's when I decided to swing in there and get a new trailer when I needed one. So anyways, just thought I'd share that story. So some of that brush had too much dirt and stuff in it, so then I did throw it into the fire pit and had it going. Man, looks like a pretty day that day. So I am getting a little spring fever, so looking forward to getting back out and doing some work out on the property. So today, as I was saying, had the tractor out, had the landscape rake on, you know, the one from Titan Attachments. Ooh, I do want to give them a shout out. They sent me a hat for Christmas, the holidays, and I just wanted to give them a quick shout out and thank them for it. I don't know if they'll see this video, but you know, just wanted to thank them. So anyways, had the landscape rake on. I was you know, going across, you know, set the gauge wheels so that it was just skimming the surface, and you know, getting some of the broken sticks, loose sticks up, and moving a little bit of dirt, you know, spreading out a little dirt in areas where I dump, you know, the manure and muck that I pull out of the horses area. So that's what I was doing today. But here, I had a whole bunch of brush that I'd thrown into the goats that had, you know, leaves on it at the time, and I'm getting all that out. I'm going to go throw it up by the chicken coop, because I'm going to chip directly into the chicken coop once I get it all out and up there. So that's what I'm doing there. Man, that fence is looking pretty shabby. That's going to have to be on the to-do list. Who knows when I'll get to it. I've had to put some of those pallets in there just to cover some holes. Man, goats are rough on fences, aren't they? When I rebuild it eventually, I'll have to put some electric fencing down low so that they'll stay off it. And, you know, combination of them leaning into it and I guess to scratch their hide, and then just pushing into it, getting their horns into it, and I mean, they start just ripping it up, making their way through it. So I'll have to rebuild. I'm gonna try and fence in another area. Gosh, you guys are probably sick of me hearing that. We'll see, little by little. So let's see here. What else did I do? You know, we didn't do much of a garden last year. We just used some 5-gallon buckets and had some tomatoes and peppers and then some herbs, and just kept them on the wall up there by our other carport area. And so we went real simple in that regard. Gosh, you know, really didn't do a whole lot of other stuff. I had a dog pass away in the fall. Ended up getting bloat, kind of like the dog in Marley and Me. It was fine in the evening after feeding, ate, no problems. The next morning, you know, when it was feeding time, it was moving really slow, was really bloated, you know, wasn't interested in eating. Got the dog to the vet, had to wait for the vet to get there, because the vet, you know, they had just opened, and you know, vet got there, started running tests and things, and you know, then he crashed, and you know, I didn't have him continue to try and resuscitate the dog and such. So we lost Stefan, one of the fawn Dobermans. He was a big guy too, man. You know, that's the thing with those big barrel-chested dogs. They're susceptible to that. So we're going to be finishing up the video here with footage of that. Me digging that grave, and you know, thankful for the backhoe. That's for sure. And we had a really dry late summer, early fall, and I think that ground was hard. So thank goodness for that backhoe. It took a while. I had to really scrape and, you know, take some shallow cuts to just get that hole going. And but thankful for that, for the backhoe. That's for sure. For times like that, you can give them a proper burial. So I think that's going to be coming up here. You know, have those LEDs. Just as you know, I rarely use my LED lights on the tractor. You know, when I first had the tractor, I wanted to use it for everything, and so I'd use it for feeding, and so I needed them then, by all means, early morning or get home after the sun had gone down. You know, I'd put hay in my bucket and do my feeding chores, put buckets, you know, of grain and stuff, and used it all the time. But then I was needing more exercise, so I stopped using it. And actually, you know, so I rarely use the LED lights anymore. The ROP lights. You know, it's a kit that you can get. I've got a video, so if you search, you know, Kubota BX ROP lights, I can't remember what it is, how it's titled, but you'll find that video. And it's a real easy system to install, so you know, you don't have to piece all the pieces together. You could save some money if you pieced it all together yourself, but you know, if you don't want to fiddle with all that, then you can purchase something that works, you know, out of the box. Basically plug it in and then mount it up, and it worked out real good. So it did come in handy that night, that's for sure. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to get a video put together, and I'll be getting some stuff again for this spring and summer, and look forward to seeing you all again. And thanks to some of you that have reached out and asked how I was doing. I appreciate that. Old Don over there at holy crap, I forgot the name of your channel, Don. Houndsman 1. Golly. And then Coyote Kurt over there at Coyote, oh, I forget the numbers, buddy, sorry. But I really haven't been consuming a lot of YouTube. So anyways, guys, take it easy. I appreciate you guys being family, my YouTube family. Take it easy. O&D.